Fellow Ambazonians, greetings to every one of you. What an exciting day to be alive. What an exciting day to be on the air. We are glad here on Ambazonia State Radio and Television and in the diaspora. We celebrate every one of our freedom fighters who have helped to keep home front in this total shutdown in the eve of the so-called La Republic elections that took place in their country. Today, we are glad to come and just examine what's during the weekend, and for you to know that Ambazonia have spoken loudly and clear to the international community that we are not part of La Republic of Cameroon. We are an independent nation, and the international community has heard the message loud and clear, and we are believing God that sooner than later they will come to the announcement of the freedom of the people of Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. You might believe that, you might not want to believe that, but you know, there's one thing in life that resolve issues more than any human being: time. God gives you time and a long rope to draw. International community give you time and a long rope to draw. And if you cannot fulfill what you promise in the time frame they give you, they cannot deliver. Fellow Amazonians, today in the program of the awareness, I want to bring to you a short monologue on what I've titled Peace and Justice, the pillar for every growth. Peace and justice, the pillar on which any nation can grow on, or the pillar of nation building is peace and justice. There are so many people who don't know the difference between peace and justice. A lot of people were speaking in the eve of the Republic election. We should allow our election to take place in Ambazonia so that maybe Chiroma will bring some peace if he wins. We are here to tell the people of Ambazonia that we have not been fighting for 9 years because of just peace. We are looking for peace and for justice. And the Republic does not resemble a country that can grant you that peace and justice. And for peace and justice to come into the nation of Ambazonia, it must involve a third party. It must involve a third party, a foreign body, an international community that will broker the peace and the justice part of it. Why is peace and justice very necessary? Not just peace. Because if you go into a peaceful deal with a man and he cannot fulfill his own part of the peace, and you don't have the manpower to enforce any discipline on him, that peace was just a waste of time. I take that again for your clarification. Many say, let's just allow La Republic election to go through in Ambazonia so that when they vote, maybe if Chiroma wins, Chiroma can give us peace. What guarantee do you have that when Chiroma give us peace, he will not broke it tomorrow? And so the ability for peace to reign must have the commitment for justice also. And that commitment for justice to follow peace must be ignited by a foreign body that has a higher power over the two people or the two nations, so that any nation that defaults the peace and justice agreement will be fined. But if you go to broker peace with the Republic by yourself or with so-called Chiroma, as many were advocating for, and La Republic accepts to do that, and after defaults and does not maintain the peace, do you know we are suffering like this now because there was no third party in Fumban to broker the peace and justice and stipulate the consequences for anybody that would broker or that would destroy the peace? That's why we say Britain betray us. The United Nations betray us. If Britain was in Fumban, if the United Nations was in Fumban and had written documents as to if you destroy the Federation, you will be fined like this, you will be done this and that will be the discipline to you. La Republic could have just at least maintained that Federation. We would not be fighting today. But because there was no third party to enforce the peace and justice, La Republic think that since they are 20%, whether they are 80%, we are 20%, and one will correct this narrative. We are not 20% of no person. We are 100% of Amazonians. Don't judge us by the size of your country. We are not part of your country. Don't say we are 20%, you are 80%. No. We are not part of your country to judge us by the size of your country. We are an independent country that has nothing to do with your country. And so, the reason why we need peace and justice with a third party to broker that peace and justice is so that any party that destroys it or go in violation to what was agreed will be punished. And so stop having this false hope and trying to believe in some wicked Satan called La Republic and think that when the face of a person change in that country, then something better is going to come. They are the same people. They have the same interest to mine our oil, mine our minerals. Their interest is the same. The fact that somebody may have a different face does not mean that their agenda is different. And so, fellow Amazonians, two mighty pillars upon which every great nation is born is peace and justice. Without peace, there is no progress. Without justice, there can be no peace. Listen to me and listen well. Without peace, there is no progress. Without peace, without justice, there can be no progress. Peace is not just the absence of noise, war, or conflict. Peace is the presence of righteousness, justice, and integrity. I take that again. Peace is not just the absence of noise or war or conflict, but peace is the presence of justice, integrity, and righteousness. Justice is not revenge. No, that's not what justice is. Justice is not to revenge. Justice is to fulfill the heart of God, the desire, the truth. Justice is to maintain truth. It restores what was broken. It lifts up the oppressed. We're talking about justice now. Justice restores what was broken. Justice lifts up the oppressed, and it remains powerful. It remains powerful, and that is the very reason why every nation must be built on peace and justice. When justice, corruption wakes up. When truth is silent, peace flees away. When the innocent weep without comfort, the guilty laugh without remorse, then the souls of the nation will die. Fellow Amazonians, true peace is born from righteousness, integrity, and justice. From leaders who love truth, who are not just entitled for positions, but entitled to maintain truth, justice, and equity. Peace cannot be pursued by trial and error. Peace must be pursued by willful men who commit themselves to justice, that peace may reign. The prophet Amos cried out, "Let justice rule down like water. Let justice flow down like water, and righteousness like mighty streams." He spoke not just to foreign nations, but to God's own people. The only way out of any crisis is not just the presence of peace, but the presence of peace and justice. Thank you so much, fellow Ambazonians. As we wait to hear whatever La Republic is declaring as their winner, or whoever La Republic is declared their winner of the elections, what Ambazonian need is peace and justice. We don't care with who we're going to broker the peace, but the truth is that when there is no peace and justice, there can be no peace deal. Any peace deal without justice involved will always be a failure. That is the result from Fumban, a false promise that was never kept, and because there was no third party to broker peace and justice, Ambazonians are suffering today and dying a careless death. Thank you so much for listening to me. If our friends and the rest of the panelists are ready, our technicians can bring them into the studio so that we can start our discussion for today. Thank you so very much. Good to have you, Dr. Elad. Good to have you, Madaro Tingwa. It's always a pleasure having you in the studio. We have elections of La Republic just ended yesterday. If you were in America or Germany or France or Britain, they would have already known their winner. But because we live in this so-called third world, where they have to go and rewrite everything again, it takes them forever to give us results. Whatever the case may be, welcome to the show, Ma Dorothy. Let me start with you. Greet the people of Ambazonia, ladies and gentlemen, before I go to Dr. Ella. Welcome to the program. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Pastor Victor. Good to see you, Dr. Ellard. Fellow Ambazonians, greetings. Greetings. I am so excited because of the effectiveness of the past 1 month. And I don't, it does not matter what happens in La Republique, Ambazonians, it does not matter what happens in La Republique. We should stay focused. We should stay focused. The will of God for us is our independence. That's God's will. Even before late Cardinal Toomey passed away, he made a, cons- a consensus, and he found out that 69% of Ambazonians they want independence, even though independence was not on the ballot. So you can tell that Ambazonians they want their independence, nothing else. Majority want their independence. So I'm just here to thank you all, especially those on home front, for the great work that you did this past 1 month, locking down, going through all this trouble. We will have our pride. We will prison that even though in chains, you are still defiant. The refugees, stay hopeful, stay our season. This is our season. We'll be talking some more during the show. Over to you, Pastor Victor.
Thank you, my Dorothy. Always a pleasure to have you. Dr. Elat, yeah, greetings to the people of Ambazonia before we get to start the show. Thank you.
Well, just to repeat the same thing, the happiness, the effectiveness of the lockdown that our people have put up until this moment. I just want to thank them for being resilient, determined to achieve what all of us are today fighting for. Also, I want them to know that those sellout who went to cast their vote should know that they are absolute minority. Those are those ones who are out there confused. They don't know what they want. Either they are standing sometimes one leg for independence, the same time they are pretending to be unity. Look, I will not talk much, and I just want to greet the people of Homefront, thank them for what they do, and let them know that from the perspective of Ambazonia, that we are seeking our self-determination, This political theater that La Republic called election, they want just to use it to legitimize control rather than empower the people of Southern Cameroons. They don't like us, they don't need us, they just need our resources and our manpower to do the finishing touches of what they want from us. So, my people, thank you guys for being so strong. Yeah.
Dr. Elad, it's always a pleasure. I don't know whether it's my system lagging here, but I saw some delays in my picture. Yes, fellow Amazonians, we are here just to comment on all what took place yesterday. And like Dr. Elad and Madoti have said, and like I began by saying, we thank all our freedom fighters who did their best for this past 1 month to keep the nation of Amazonia locked down and to let the people of the world know that nobody had to be on their doorsteps to ask them to stay home. But they took their own decision to say, we will not go out because we want to tell the international community of the United Nations, which was the first lockdown to prove a point to the United Nations, then also was the so-called school resumption, then followed by this election. So all this 1 month was a worthy lockdown, and nobody can attempt to say in Yaoundé that they control the people of Southern Cameroon, because even at the United Nations for the first time in 9 years, their so-called foreign affairs minister could not say a word concerning Amazonia to tell us that we have defeated them in the war and we have also taken back our nation back. So fellow Amazonians, stay positive and let some of the things that happened yesterday in the elections. Still, I think we are those empty streets all over the national territory of Amazonia. If you want to start with those, that will be good. So that let's start from there and then we go further. Thank you. While our studio prepares those images on the empty streets all over the national territory of Amazonia yesterday, 13th, or what are the,
Yes, today.
sorry, this is the 12th
Yeah,
of,
yesterday the 12th. Yeah.
yeah, this is the 12th of October. I bet you it was a so-called Mami Wata ghost town, as they've always said it, all over the national, even city chemist roundabout, hospital roundabout in Bamenda, where there's always somebody. There was no fly around the hospital roundabout, around city chemists, the very busy streets in Bamenda, and all over the national territory. If our studio have those pictures, we can play those as we begin our show. Thank you so much. All right. While the studio prepared with those pictures, Dr. Elad Madoroti, we were here on Saturday, and thank God both of you were here as we were explaining to the people of Amazonia some of the reasons we could not allow the elections to take place in Amazonia. Of the topic that many wish to allow the election to take place so that if Issa Chiruma can win, maybe he will be the face that can make a deal with Amazonia. While we wait on the studio to get those pictures, what is your take? Do you think Issa Chiruma is going to win? And if he wins, is there any hope? Dr. Madoroti, let me start with you.
Well, learning from Nifrundi, even if they count the votes and you see a winner, after 2 weeks, it might not be who we think he is. So what I can say is that Ambazonians, if somebody does not like you, that person does not like you. If somebody does not like you, That person does not like you. There is nothing you can do to make that person start liking you. Chiroma is the face of the same system. So whether Chiroma or not, the system is the same. The system is backed by France. So nobody, whoever it comes up, has nothing positive for Ambazonia, nothing positive. We're only giving them more time to keep exploiting us. So, fellow Ambazonians, we are on the course for our total independence. Let us stay focused. Let us stay focused. For those are defenders of the land. Now you've won this stage of the struggle. Start thinking about how to kick them out if they don't want to leave. Look for strategies that will force them to leave the territory. Over to you, Pastor Victor.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma. Dorothy. You reminded me about something. Um, Dr. La, I'll rephrase the question for you because there are those who were saying, because when we quoted to them that Chiruma and Kamto won last 7 years, they stole it. And we said putting Chiruma and Kamto together, they have not run any campaign close to what Fundi ran in 92, yet won and La Republic stole. Then they started saying no, because that time they didn't have the mechanism of how to prevent election rigging. Do you think La Republic cares? They don't need no new mechanism because they have the old one to flush pictures, flush. In fact, as I was talking, I was laughing because one of my daughters just posted me the result that she has in Boyade that was sent out. And I was just laughing here by myself. Do you think that there's any remedy for Chiruma if La Republic still want to steal the election, Dr. Ella?
Again, thank you, Pastor Victor. Thank you so much. Well, let's agree first of all. Let's agree first of all that the person who cast the vote we were seeing in social media was Paul Biya. Let's agree, because he has not refused his age. He is 93 years old. So, for any person who has that illusion of inclusion, that those people have any reason to see that, let's call it Cameroon advances, is a lie. Because no normal human being would even want to think that a 93-year-old man will be their president. So, to answer your question of, do you think La Republique is going to accept defeat and allow Chiroma to win? That means if I am the only thing I know on earth to spare is NO, that is what I would say. No. La Republique will never agree, will never accept. The simple and big answer is no. Why? Because the machine behind Betty Bulu Etudi, those people, is strong in the sense that they have absolutely no view of seeing them not being in power to steal all what they have been stealing. So there is just no way that they will accept Chiruma. And secondly, people were saying it's because in those days we didn't have the normal apparatus and machines that will. What do they have now? What do they have today? before our studio is gonna bring videos of proof of rigging of election. I think everybody in the world, not only Amazonians and La Republique, they have seen it. So what machines do we have now, or do they have now to say the machines will prove whether Chiroma won or Chiroma did not win? Everything is still done manually, and they are writing the result on the board. The same time, you can take the dust. How do they call this thing that they use to wipe down?
Duster. The duster.
Duster. You will take the duster and wipe that thing and put Paul Biya, 1,500. 250 people will register to vote, and the result will come that 1,500 people voted. Pastor Victor, a simple answer is I have said it on Saturday. As you said, it's good that we were all there on Saturday and we are today after their result. We were pre-election and post-election. And what I'm telling you is that Paul Biya, as dement as he is, have already won. So whatever, however, and you were laughing there that your daughter sent you a result. I also saw a result that was posted, and Paul Biya was 48 comma something this, and it was written there that more results are still coming. You see, they didn't just the preliminary. They didn't just put the preliminary result to show that Paul Biya has won. They want to test the
Right.
climate, and then in the end, he will win 52,356. So that's not a big. And then Chiroma will go down to 49, something, and that is it. Paul Biya is declared the winner. So, without much ado, the answer of your question is no. Chiroma will not win. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. If our studio is ready now, we can take those videos that we had prepared for. Studio, if you are ready, you can take all those videos, please. Thank you. All right. Still looking like our studio is having some technical issues to put videos on.
Oui, j'ai demandé si, Monsieur Amand, je demandais que si au niveau.
Yeah, studio, we're getting some pictures there. I don't know which one that was, but yeah,
That was
whatever.
It was asking the Elekan people if they have done what they plan to do, if they have contacted the people to fake the result. That is an audio that was leaked out as he was asking.
Okay, studio, we can start from that while you get the others on. If you don't mind, if you have not yet put the others ones in place, we can start with that particular video. We analyze it while you prepare the other ones. Thank you. Okay. I was gonna say while we wait on the studio, we want to say to the people of Amazonia, congratulations for keeping to the agreement with your freedom fighters to lock down the territory. In spite of all that, we still saw some pocket resistances of people who went out to vote. Some in Boya, some they said it was in Old Town in Bamenda. But literally the entire nation of Ambazonia was locked down. So, Badoti, don't you think it's a possibility that even though the country was locked down, some people could have smuggled themselves to go vote?
Of course, of course. Of course, there are always
Right.
traitors now. There are always traitors. There are always CPDF members who will do that. People who have been promised money, they will not mind taking the risk. But all I can say is that it's just waste of time on their part. Ambazonia is seriously on a path for independence. These statistics, we will keep them because we will know those LGAs, those counties that are full of traitors. And we'll use these statistics to give them to the administrators of those LGAs and counties to see. That is where we are going to be judging, because when we get to Ambazonia, we are going to be keeping statistics of the most corrupt LGA, the most corrupt county, the most corrupt town. These are the type of people. So let the Gen Zs take note of such people, because these are the people that are going to destroy your LGA, destroy your county, give it a bad reputation. I saw they posted that Batibo had 5,000 votes. 5,000 votes, but then where are the 5,000? It means that the whole village came out or what? So it
Yeah.
is a joke, and people stood outside and they were taking a picture with the banner of Pobia. What a shame. Batibo youth, take note of those people. When you will be setting up your government in Batibo town, make sure you let none of these corrupt individuals get into your administration, because they will destroy your town. They will destroy your town. They will give a very bad image to your town. I hope that is only Batibo. I hope that it didn't go to other villages in Mogamo. Otherwise, let this be. Take note of those who participated. We will keep these statistics. It will help us to see which county is governing better and which has a tendency not to govern better. Over to you, Pastor Victor.
Thank you, Madaroti. We will, yeah, those pictures from Batibo, I don't think that those were right information. I think those was very fake, because I know there was total lockdown in Batibo. So where did those people go and vote? Where and when? Are they saying they went to Guza Market Day previous weeks and took a number of just random people and come and announce, or are they saying that people really voted? Because there's nowhere in Batibo that people came out 5,000 in their number, except they are trying to
Oh.
tell the world that they did their own election on
The whole
a fake
village
day,
came out.
a day that
No.
the election was not, and they already had these results. Otherwise, let them show the crowd that backs that picture. What are the pictures that back that figure? There's nowhere in Batibo that people gather like that. Even if you put how many police stations, there was nowhere you could put 5,000 people. However, that is also a wake-up call to the freedom fighters in Batibo. If it's only singly, they are singling out your own place, that is where election took place in Batibo, well, or whether in Amazonia or in the northern zone, then that tells you people you have a good lot of work to do.
Yep.
Um, uh, Dr. Elad, as we still wait for those pictures to come in, I think it is obvious
Let me
that
just
some people smuggle them.
if I might
Some
just
people.
jump down on this Batibo issue
Okay,
before
go
we go
ahead.
ahead. Well, I think our communities are not like in Europe and the USA, where this individualism plays a very big role in our life. So we know each other almost, yeah? the village, at least there is absolute nobody in the village that we, the villagers, don't know you. So, number one, that is it. You know, when people want to fraud, they forget about the some. There are some point. There are some type of perspective that you have to look into. But as a fraudulent person, you forgo all those. You forget all those things, and then you do a sham. We call it a sham nonsense. That's what I want to say. Those people who stood with that banner, at least even those of us who are in the diaspora from Batibo, we could identify at least one person
Mm-hmm.
who is a button in that picture. Number two, the place that they were standing, people of Batibo know their area. You can see that it's absolutely not from the area of Batibo. So they have made a picture somewhere, Photoshop it, screen it, put it as AI now, and then stand on that place, put a very big banner, Batibo for Paul Biya.
Mm.
As you rightly said, we got pictures coming all over the northern zone and from Batibo itself, from Mogamo, all over. It was a total lockdown. So let's say those people came out in what magical way to go and look for their and if you see the way the picture is in a high quality, that is not something that is being taken by a mobile phone. That thing was taken by a professional camera person, which is absolutely fake and done in a studio before coming out and putting it there. So let us not uh, underlook the great job that our people from Batibo put up in locking down the territory and then use this fake from La Republique and whoever, as we will be seeing here when studio will put it up, how people are begging electoral commission members to give them percentage. So those are the type of things. Thank you, Pastor Victor. I just wanted to add in that Batibo something.
Yeah, that's very possible. Very possible.
Okay.
Now,
Thank you so much,
now with AI,
Chairman.
you cannot even tell what is what. With AI,
Yes, of
you
course.
cannot even
Of
tell
course.
what is what. Yeah.
Right, that's true. AI is doing a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
anybody can fraud anything from anywhere and send out. All right. I think the studio have indicated that they are ready with those videos. Studio, you can roll those videos for us. Thank you.
This is October 12th. October 12th. This is Ochesh, as in Oche Junction. That's Bengi Road. That's the mortuary entrance. See, nobody. That's hospital about. No way. It's completely dry. Yeah, October 12th, 2025. Not even a soul. It seems even birds are aware of this day. The whole place is completely dry. Yes, completely. This is Ochesh. This is hospital runabout in front of Black Star. This is the original hospital. All empty, as you can see. This is the hospital runabout. Everywhere, not even a soul. Not even a soul. Yes, this is bad. Really, really empty. This is October 12th. October 12th. This is Ochesh, as in Oche Junction. That's Bengi Road. That's the mortuary entrance. See, nobody. That's hospital about. No way. It's completely dry.
All right. Thank you, studio. Thank you, studio. We have seen the first set of those videos. The majority wants to take with all these figures that we see.
That is why I'm saying that AI can do the impossible. If you look at the streets, you know that nobody went out. Not to talk of the figures that they are reporting. Even the ones that they say is 250, 500, I don't see that being possible. Not in Ambazonia, with the whole territory being locked down. So it's all fake. It's all fake. Ambazonians, they made a statement. They already showed their intention when Isha Chiroma went to Bamenda and he said, let us sing the anthem. The people already made their statement there. They said they're not going to sing that your anthem there. He went there, the same thing. And then you tell me that 5,000, hundreds of thousands went out to vote? That's not possible. Vote for what? That's not true. That is not true. Over to you.
So far, so good. He's been to a number of polling centers in town, and there have been. Hi, dear televiewers. Welcome to Majemi here in the Bamenda 2 subdivision. It's one of the polling centers in the northwest region of Cameroon where hundreds of voters are expected to come to perform their civic responsibility. This center, is supposed to welcome voters from different parts of the Bamenda 2 subdivision, including Alakuma, including Chobo, including Aziri, as well as my aide in Mankon. Well, we have been here and we realize that the voter turnout is very, very low, and it's been rainfall here in town since morning. We've talked to some people who have expressed some disappointment as far as the turnout is concerned, and also we have realized that there are a number of representatives of the various political parties that are taking part in these elections, and one of them that we've met is the representative of the FSNC of Issa Chiroma Bakari, and he told us that so far so good. He's been to a number of polling centers in town, and there have been no major issues recorded.
Yes, I have voted. I voted in my polling station at GS Old Town before moving now to the other polling stations to see what is happening as a representative of FSNC, that is the party of Issa Chiroma Bakari. From my observation in GS Old Town and in GPS Old Town, at least we have a good number of persons voting, but at Jemi and also at the British Council it's just empty. The ballot boxes are empty. So I think maybe it is due to the rains, and we are.
All right. You can hear now from that reporter. You can hear from that reporter himself that just pocket few people came out to vote, that everywhere there are not people, even though he could not admit the town was locked down. He said maybe it's the rain. But what is your take, Dr. Ella? We're going to come to you before the video came on. It's quite clear now.
No, we are not the one talking here in ASR TV. So it's somebody who is at the spot. He is there on the spot giving the report. The turnout is absolutely empty. He did not say low. The F say NC, what do they call it? Okay, let me just use Chiroma's party man. What 1 and 2 was it was a bit okay, but going to Jemi and British Council is absolutely empty. So we are not the ones saying it. Okay, I just want to say that is the headquarters of the Northern Zone, Bamenda. And then someone will come up and say 5,000 people came from Batibo in the village.
I know.
Whereby
That's
at the headquarters, everything is empty. Then imagine the village. So it's just to prove to the people the lie of La Republique, the AI Photoshop of La Republique is too conspicuous that even a blind person will, I mean, this is what we call osmonoric. Even a blind person will see. Blind people don't see. So you say even a blind will see that is falsified. So that's what I want to just make it. It's so obvious in the way that you cannot even hide it. Just, and if you go to Batibo, I don't think the population of Batibo up there is as my Dorothy said, that means everybody, even plus children who are not even registered,
Yeah, they'll be going to
came
vote.
out to vote because 1,000 people. You cannot get even 10 people at the headquarters in Bamenda. Then you are going to get 5,000 people at Batibo. So that's what I can say, Pastor Victor. There's not much to elaborate on this issue. It's
Yeah,
just fake.
Madod, you can add to the journalists out in there showing you clear pictures. Even in
Yes,
the center where he was, he named over four different
polling stations.
that were merged into one. Yet they didn't even have up to 200 people there. So where are they having 5,000 in Batibo? Tell
Why
us
do
what
you
you
call
That's
think.
it
what I.
200? Why do you say 200, Pastor Victor? You two, it seems as if you know that
No, no, it just. I
And
think
within
all
the
this
words of
just.
that man, the man said not up to 200 people came there. Yeah, Madod,
Right.
go ahead. Mhm.
Yeah, this just shows that they had already done their homework in
Yeah, exactly.
anticipation. They had
Mhm.
already done their homework in anticipation, but unfortunately for them, they didn't know that Ambazonia was going to call for a lockdown. So these figures were in anticipation, just say everything being equal. This is what it will be. So they already fixed it and kept it, and hoping that on the 12th they will just take it out. But now they've been exposed. They've been exposed. They should be ashamed of themselves. CPDM, you people should be ashamed of yourself because these figures, they don't add up. They don't match. They don't. You look for yourself. Look at the streets and then look at the figures. They don't add up. They don't add up.
I
Well,
just
Very
want to
true,
that's
add
what
by
La
Madoroti.
Republic.
adding by what Matt Dorothy is saying is that, well, you said it in your monologue, Pastor Victor, that people were not our voices were not standing in front of our people to tell them to sit up. They themselves decided to sit up. So we are also not trying to radicalize them or confuse them or telling them not to go out and vote because we don't want them to exercise their civic duties. We are just telling them because nowadays each and every one, nearly everybody has a mobile phone. And they are the ones who are sending all those pictures from the ground to us here in the diaspora. They are seeing it for themselves. Tell me, what is it? How necessary is you? What is the necessity for you to leave your house? Look at that journalist reporting there under the rain. You really leave your house, you go out and vote, and you know that your vote doesn't count. Ma Dorothy said, these people, if somebody doesn't like you, it doesn't like you. These people have always looked at us. I mean, even the last truck pusher in Douala or Yaoundé or Bafoussam or Mbuda, those places where they say bonjour, knows that we, the so-called Anglophones, are second-class human beings. We are
That's
not,
it.
no matter whether you're a Professor
Mm-hmm.
Anyangwe, Professor Ayim, Professor whoever, that motorboy who is loading cars in the park there in Douala, Kanyabasi, Ngodi, Yaoundé, all that place, he will tell you to a key because you are nobody. You speak English, and it means you are
Mm-hmm.
second class. So we should. The only thing that can make us is when we restore our dignity. And how do we restore our dignity? We have our own life. I like the way you said people say we are 20% and La Republique is 80%, and you dismiss that thing that we are no percentage in any way. We are 100%. We are
Yep.
in
That's
our
right.
own. We are 100% Ambazonia. We are not. Don't say Anglophone 20%. That is illusion of an inclusion. It's a very big illusion. We are not we don't include in them in anything. Why do they need that thing? They just need to fabricate that their thing and say Anglophone overwhelmingly voted for Chiroma or for Paul Biya, and that's it. After that, you people can go with Anglophones. Go and sit down there and kill yourself. They don't care. Thank you, Pastor Victor.
Thank you. Thank you. In fact, this is just to let us know that pictures don't lie, especially live pictures. And it's telling us that any figures you have from the northern zone and from the southern zone, they are questionable because there's proof that even the metropolitan city like Bamenda, where people could have dared to go out to vote because they have the military, all of this and that, they didn't still dare to go. So if they didn't dare, it's in the villages where the people are very obedient to the to the restoration fighters and all this our freedom fighters that they are going to step out. They're not going to step out. So we are here on Amazonian State Radio and Television saying that the scam results of 5,000 from Batibo should be disregarded. As much as it doesn't really concern us in Amazonia, we don't want them to be calling names of our cities and giving false results. Because where did they vote? Show us picture where people voted. Or is this some just imaginary figure? You know?
Yeah,
I want to also
they should show the lines. They should show the
show the
people
line that's what I'm saying, the
standing on the
population.
line. Yeah,
Most time the line
they should show.
5,000 is a large number. With the rain that I heard was all over the northwest there. When did they go and vote and all of that? Where show the line where they stood to vote? You know, to be candid, we are just going to go into the next video that the studio is going to project for us. I know they have tons and tons of videos. As many we can talk on, we're going to end the show, but let the studio proceed with the videos of the elections while we comment.
Allô? Oui, je vous écoute, président.
Oui, je demandais si, monsieur Armand, je demandais que si au niveau de l'ECAM là, vous avez, à votre niveau, est-ce que vous avez pris les dispositions pour leur dire ce qu'il faille faire pour gérer le bureau de vote?
Pour gérer,
Oui.
je vous ai dit que je les appelle un à un, pas tous, puisqu'on ne peut pas leur dire ça en formation.
Oui.
On ne peut pas leur dire ça en formation. Et on ne peut pas dire ça à tous, puisque c'est pas tous les bureaux qui sont concernés.
Il y a combien de bureaux qui sont concernés pour l'instant?
Non, les bureaux de vote avec effectif clôturé, les bureaux de vote stratégiques souverain m'a communiqué, salle de fête, foyer Niélé, Petit Cam, lycée technique, le lycée de Kikem. Voilà, par exemple, les bureaux de vote de Balembo.
Un instant.
Okay.
Salle de fête?
Oui. Et
Petit Cam, oui.
Oui, allô?
Oui.
Oui, et déjà, salle de fête, je pense que les personnes qui sont là-bas, c'est des personnes qui ont été proposées par Souverain. Puisqu'on a travaillé dans ce sens ensemble.
Oui.
Les personnes que j'ai mis dans ces bureaux stratégiques sont des personnes que Souverain a proposées. Je leur ai donné cette possibilité.
D'accord.
Oui.
Donc, il y a salle de fête. Moi, j'enregistre là. Il y a salle de fête, il y a Petit Cam, foyer Niélé.
Oui, il y a même Balembo là.
Balembo, oui.
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 Il y a école maternelle de Kikem.
École maternelle de Kikem.
Le lycée de Kikem.
Un instant, pardon. Et le lycée?
Oui, il y a le lycée technique.
Lycée technique.
Oui, voilà le bureau de vote stratégique.
Ça sont les bureaux de vote stratégiques. Allô?
Pardon, président.
Oui, ici c'est stratégique, n'est-ce pas? Ok.
Oui, c'est des bureaux de vote à effectif pléthorique. C'est des bureaux de vote où on a plus de au moins 300 électeurs. 400 électeurs. Et dans ces bureaux de vote, la majorité, je dis bien, c'est vos gens, les personnes proposées par souverain qui sont là-bas. Jusqu'à hier, j'ai finalisé le chef d'agence, j'ai tout fait pour que ces gens soient maintenus, ne soient pas changés.
Ok. Ok. Bon, ça me va droit au cœur.
Voilà.
Ça me va droit au cœur.
Et que ces gens ne soient pas changés.
Et qu'est-ce que vous avez prévu là? Vous avez prévu qu'ils puissent faire comment concrètement pour renverser la faveur en notre faveur du RDPC?
Non, la seule chose à faire, n'est-ce pas?
Oui.
Oui. Et il y a les gars de l'UMS que jusqu'ici on n'a pas revu. La seule chose à faire, c'est, vous avez que tout se joue au niveau du bureau de.
Oui.
Et les techniciens comme souverain, je vous dis, c'est un garçon, il faut beaucoup travailler avec lui, puisqu'il sait comment ça se passe au bureau.
Oui.
C'est aller à une certaine heure, les gars voient la tendance. Je veux dire le nombre de votants déjà, à une certaine heure.
Oui.
Oui, et ils sauront qu'est-ce qu'il y a lieu de faire. Quand vos gars, puisque vous avez les superviseurs sur le terrain qui sont, non, les souverains là, à une certaine heure, ils passent dans les bureaux stratégiques et ils voient un peu la tendance. Bon, moi, je serai sur le terrain. On me demande, faut savoir la tendance, c'est quoi. À une certaine heure, c'est dire qu'ils voient déjà le nombre d'émargements pour avoir une idée de ceux qui ont déjà effectivement voté. Avec l'effectif, avec le nombre d'électeurs qu'on a dans le bureau, on saura combien ont déjà voté, combien n'ont pas encore voté. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire avec ça? Maintenant, le problème, c'est quoi? On va jouer sur l'heure. À quelle heure est-ce qu'on peut jouer? Parce que la rumeur court. La rumeur court que les gars qui veulent boycotter les élections, le MSC, vous comprenez? Oui. Il y a une stratégie qu'ils ont mis en place. Je vais vous dévoiler la stratégie, puisqu'on nous a dit ça en réunion l'autre jour. Entre 16h, 18h et 4 mois et quart, on nous a dit que les gars vont venir dans les bureaux de vote. Vous suivez, président?
Très bien, très bien.
Oui, on nous a dit que les gars vont venir dans les bureaux, les gars du MSC, qu'ils vont venir dans les bureaux de vote et ils vont faire semblant de voter. C'est-à-dire qu'ils vont ramasser les bulletins normalement comme quelqu'un qui est venu normalement voter. Ils vont ramasser les bulletins, aller dans l'isoloir, soit ils versent tous les bulletins dans la poubelle, ils viennent lancer l'enveloppe vide, soit ils mettent tous les bulletins dans l'enveloppe, ils viennent lancer dans l'une. Maintenant, ils partent émarger. Le but d'aller émarger, c'est quoi? C'est de constater, c'est de voir si on n'a pas émargé à son nom. Oui. Vous comprenez un peu ce que j'ai dit? C'est-à-dire qu'on ne pourra pas faire ce jeu aussitôt entre 14 heures. Non, on va choisir une heure vers la fin de la journée.
Oui.
Oui, on va voir l'ambiance qu'il y a dans le comportement des électeurs et avant de procéder, vous voyez un peu, insérer certains, mais voilà un peu ce que je vous ai dit, je vous donne comme ça là, en grosso modo, ce que je suis en train de appeler certains et d'échanger avec eux.
Très bien.
Je peux vous donner certains qui sont déjà passés, comment j'échange avec eux. Je vous donne un peu ce mécanisme-là. Donc voilà une information. Donc c'est des choses qu'on ne peut pas faire à midi, 13h, 14h, peut pas passer. Même à 17h, quelqu'un peut venir se comporter en électeur d'autant parce que quand on met peut-être 10 bulletins dans l'une, on doit émarger au nom de certaines personnes qu'on ne connaît pas.
Oui.
Pour éviter.
Dr. Elad, man, I don't know much.
I need translation, no.
I was
need
speaking one thing for my broken friend that I learned. Can you explain what the people are? It looks like a strategy on how to rig elections. So can you explain to us? Dr. you are the one to handle this part. So speak clearly.
Yes. No, it's
and
something
shout.
that it's a very big strategy that they have put in place, whereby they are not going. They have how they are going to play it. They cannot do it before 2:00, so they want to do it before after 5:00, like that, when the voting period is going. They have already put their people in place. This I think this MSA is something from Maurice Kamto, if I don't know, or some other party. So those people, they are going to come in their numbers as if they are normal voting people. and they are going to give them the other voting papers, the ballot papers that they are having. They are taking it now, going out, throw thing away, or make somewhere to keep it somewhere, hide it, and then come in now with the CPDM papers in the envelope and hide it in their ballot boxes, so that in the end now they have to do it in a strategic way, whereby, because somebody of importance of the other parties can come into it between 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock. So they should do it towards the end when that group come like that. They have put the people like their own voting people. They come and vote in their numbers, and then they increase the number of the CPDM. Blah blah blah. That's how they were. That means they have put they have voting station that they have already put those. They have already played all those games there. So the people are all over the places, but it cannot be done between 12 and 4 o'clock. It must be done only after 4, 5, towards 6 o'clock, where they are going to close the vote. So that's how they have played their strategy, and everything is going to work as planned. The strategy is there. The president should not be worried. They have already played with the Elekam people. Everything is going to be, and they have put only their own people as Elekam representative there. So there's no other person there who is going to put his eye to look what they are doing. So they have made sure all those strategic voting stations are carrying their own people with their Lekam badges, So that's the voting that Ambazonians, you want to leave your house, and this is just one aspect of what we are getting now. Imagine what they put in Boya, in Victoria, in Tico, in Moyoka, and all those areas in Ambazonia. The same strategy they play. Yes. So it is not coming from us. We are just bringing that to the people of Ambazonia, because why? I just want to make something clear to my fellow Ambazonians, that why are we talking this La Republique election? Number one, they are behaving as if we are together with them, to show the international community that everything is going well. Even though you said it in your monologue that in the General Assembly at the United Nations, their so-called Minister of Foreign Affairs never mentioned a single word about the conflict. Number two, La Republique is our neighbor. We have to be interested in what is happening next door. So we must talk about it, because they are intruding into our society, trying to collect our people and increase their voting numbers in order to declare whoever is going to be president. That means they are stealing. They are already rigging their election by using us to vote for them. It's like if Germany is having an election and go and take people from Poland or Netherlands or Luxembourg to come and vote inside Germany. I see Donald Trump is very brutal with the immigration system there, that they bring foreigners. The Democrats are coming with foreigners to come and vote for them. So these are what we are saying. We are not interested in their, if they conduct their election in their own territory without involving us, it doesn't concern us. But since they are trying to gain traction from us by using us as their proxy to make their numbers and get their position to sit and intimidate us and dehumanize us, we have to talk about it. So let somebody don't stand there and say, okay, if people are Ambazonians, why do you concern with the election in La Republique? I have just explained to you why we are concerned. Thank you, Pastor Victor.
Very true. Thank you, Dr. Ellard. Madoti, Dr. Ellard has explained that video, or if they still have the next video, they should play, because At least we didn't understand how that one saying was in French.
Yeah,
Studio, if you
I
have
did
the
not
next video,
understand.
you can play it for us, please. Thank you.
Well, it's just that we learned a lot of.
But we want to be part of that victory. One of these Mungu to be known. Whoever is me out there, we want that in the accounting, the Mungu also is to be good. Please, we need the assistance so that we have that possible. Want at least 90% for Mungu. The other side, whatever is happening to that people. So that will present our percentage. And that's why I'm handling this because I have spent my money on them and they come and destroy me at the end of the day. Nothing is hidden on them. We have our eyes. We know how we monitor. They have betrayed me. They know that their consciences are judging them already. And I will not take it lightly because I've treated them as my brothers. They come to me anytime I receive them, I help them. So for them to do this. Yes, please. That's what I'm saying. Calling him asking that to set up on the person because I have not lies. That's what I'm saying. I'm just going to consider that it's the same thing. I don't want to do anything outside. But we want to be part of that victory. One of these Mungu to be known. Whoever is me out there, we want that in the accounting, the Mungu also is to be good. Please, we need the assistance so that we have that possible. Want at least 90% for Mungu. The other side, whatever is happening to that people. So that will present our percentage. And that's why I'm handling this because I have spent my money on them and they come and destroy me at the end of the day. Nothing is hidden on them. We have our eyes. We know how we monitor. They have betrayed me. They know that their consciences are judging them already. And I will not take it lightly because I've treated them as my brothers. They come to me anytime I receive them, I help them. So for them to do this. Yes, please. That's what I'm saying. Calling him asking that to set up on the person because I have not lies. That's what I'm saying. I'm just going to consider that it's the same thing. I don't want to do anything outside.
Thank you, studio. Thank you, studio. Dr. I tried to listen. I was barely hearing what they were saying. Did you get it, Madhurati? Did you get what they were
Yes,
saying?
there was so much noise.
I got it very clear. He has said it. That video.
Who is that? Is that Chimukete? Who is that?
As this one chief in the Bakwere land around Muselele and all those areas.
Oh, it's not Mukete.
No, it's not Mukete.
Okay,
He
good.
was
Thank you.
telling the lady, you see, that is electoral committee member Elekam. He was telling the lady that when they are counting, she should do all the possible best. He needs 90%. 90%. That is in jail. His name is
What?
jail. Yeah, that he has spent his money. Is that those people are disappointed. That means he gave money to people to come and vote and stuff the ballot box. They did not come. That disappointed him. When
Okay.
they are counting, that lady should do all her best to make sure that the boxes are being filled up with CPDM paper. And in the end, he said, I don't want to give you anything here now, outside. So when we'll meet, and you see, he made his hand behind that, I'll just pass it behind, and I will fix you. So, Pastor Victor, you are a pastor. Ma Dorothy, you are a woman of God. I don't know if those of us who have graduated from church, we are as devilish as this type of. How is this man, after seeing this video circulating, how is he really going to carry his face and walk through the
They even
people
care,
and
Dr.
because look at how someone, and then coming back to my second point is to my people of Ambazonia. How do you think such a person, after he has rigged the election and made all this jumbo, as we call it, will even have the modicum, the iota of thinking about development in order to develop the territory? All what he is doing is just to make sure that CPDM wins and they stuff his pocket with millions upon millions of francs CFA, and he will sit down and eat and grow fat. The jaws are thick, and the other people are living like they are undergoing famine. And we cry that we have bad roads, we have no jobs, or people are going around with master degree, doing nothing, riding benzikin and all that. One stupid man is there condemning from the beginning when they have not even reached any level of the government. How can we develop Ambazonia with such people? This is an Ambazonian talking like this. This is not the French people of the other areas of vote that they were calling. This is in Ambazonia, in Tico, in Muselele, in Mondoni, and all those areas that he controls or whatever he takes care of. How can we go forward with this type of people? I
Right.
rest my case.
Ma
Amen.
Dorothy, you said you heard him. I
Yeah.
didn't hear him well, so go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I heard him. There was so much noise, it wasn't really clear. But I could hear him saying that they have betrayed him. He spent money out of his pocket. Well, it is their conscience that will judge them. I just want to say that no, you are the one who has betrayed Ambazonians. You are the ones that have betrayed Ambazonians. Asking for the electoral committee people to rig elections. You are the one who should be feeling guilty for betraying the people.
Yeah.
For betraying the people. Don't they, how dare you say that you have spent money out of your pocket? Is it not money that La Republic gave you? Don't tell me
Of
that you spend
course.
money out of your pocket. It's money that La Republic gave you for that purpose, or the purpose that you are doing. It's just that they
Ma
expect
Dorothy,
results. It's not because it's your money.
it could
Yes,
even be
Pastor.
that La Republic due him to use his money, then they will refund him. Who knows? And then he's crying that they have not done him no refund. La Republic is like that. They have dealers within dealers. They may have given the money to somebody to come and give him. Then the person say, just go ahead, use your money and do it. I will give you the money when the elections are. And then now he's crying because he knows that maybe the person is not even going to give him the money. So it's always dealing. It's a rock country, man. All right, studio next video if you have.
He specified that he wants 90%. 90.
I'm sure that's what they told him. They demanded of him 90%.
Studio next video.
For this thing, so the sweaty for on sweat.
11 o'clock this.
For manage only the result.
11 o'clock this. Eleka man is still the field.
No, I bet no, you do that kind of
No, na you, na you. You not get for height. Na 11 o'clock this. Na 11 o'clock. You not get for the do the kind of work. Na 11 o'clock this. Na 11 o'clock the way they do the thing. Yes, na 11 o'clock. No.
I try yesterday.
Anyhow, na want do what the country na fit do am. But na 11 o'clock the way the fee new process about them. Yes. You don't write that say na only CPT and not win for all the document them. Na waka every day drink was still the claim so.
Wow, that one was so clear.
No,
that one is the remember the shit the lady was saying. The one is also expressing what that lady was saying, that they'll go and fill and sign the front and the back, then the middle sheet, nobody signs nothing there, so they would go and remove it and put their own. That's what those guys were crying there. Is that not what did you see, Dr. Elad?
Well, as you said, we saw what that lady was saying. Those who have seen, I think the studio have not yet played that one. It's also in French. The lady was describing that for the past years, there have been representatives of various parties sitting there, and then the Constitutional Court is going to bring that paper with their original signatures in front and behind, whereby they have removed, is like this type of books that we have. We call it ledger when we were in school. Yes, we have these ledgers where you can pull out these things there. Pastor Victor, please, is not culture enough to step out of a TV, but let me just pull out something and give you an example. Let people see what I'm talking. Here is what I'm talking, These ledger things that we have here, these books that we have in school, So these people, they will fill this place, and put their signatures here. Then
we are seeing, but we are not seeing what you are showing.
You don't see it?
Okay, yeah, we are seeing it now.
Right there.
Yeah, they will sign behind here, and then sign again at the front. Then in the middle part here, this middle part, those people are going to take off the paper at that middle part because it's been pinned. They will this paper out where the original. Then they will bring their own paper, put it back there, and then pin it again behind, and that is it. And then where you people will be arguing when the result is being read and the Constitutional Court is satisfying it, you want to argue, they will show you that these are your signatures here. You people sign. You people sign, and that is it there. The original thing has been written. What do you want? We didn't do anything. And you people will carry your father and say, yes, CPD and one. Lord. That is it. That's what they are doing now, like that. At 23 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the night, normally the polling station is supposed to have closed. Everything is supposed to be locked up. the election happens, but it's still going on. That's it.
And then I heard Atanganji Paul saying that nobody should call the results of the election until after the 15 days. That is only the Constitutional Committee that is supposed to call.
Why up to 15 days,
Whether
why are they waiting for 15 days? Jesus.
that is
Because
a
they have
constitution.
15
You know,
days
when you
so
live
that
in
they
this
should
Western world where election is the same day, then you are hearing people are told 15 days. We are like, how does that not give room for corruption? Huh? How
15
people
days.
can do
I
wonderful.
and
That give
today
room for
says that
corruption,
and
increasing of everything,
yesterday,
putting new papers.
yesterday, people were there at the on the blackboard counting Chiroma, Paul Biya, Calbri. They were making those things, and then in the end, they put down the number. Why can that number not be genuine, already
That's
recorded?
it.
Why should we go
Right.
again and wait for 15 days to bring order?
no, that's the thing.
Give room for
15
fraud.
15 days.
Studio, if you have the next video you post, let's talk about it. I don't know, we'll soon call the show to an end. I don't know how many more videos we have, but it's quite a sham election. Yeah.
Total shout.
Maybe if they still have any other video we can watch.
It's good that our people are there themselves seeing it, and thank God that they are the ones sending it out to us.
Expecting that by 2 o'clock, at least the situation will change. That is what we are expecting as of now.
Yeah, that's the earlier one that we had.
Yeah, I think we've seen that one.
Yeah. Our program is supposed to even be at the end now, but let's give another 10 minutes for any other video that is still left. I know there were many videos, but we don't have time to play all of them. You people have seen the videos by yourself out there, fellow Amazonians. Like Dr. Ella said, you may say, why are we being laboring ourselves to talk about the Republic election? It's because of you that we are talking, because we want you to understand that at the end of the day, what Amazonia want is their freedom. And some of you that were thinking that the Republic election has something to do with us, we want to let you know that the reason why we're not even letting this be done in Amazonia is what the accent. Frundi won clearly in 92, they stole it. Kamto came and won, they stole it. Now, Chiruma is still going to win and it's still going to steal it. So what the accent? That's the country we say we cannot belong with. Some of you still want us to stick in there. I saw Barrister Bala campaigning for Chiruma sweatlessly all over the place. I pray that you don't be disappointed. Yeah. We are only come and call for beer.
He finally
as a winner, it's very clear that
he was pretending to be neutral. He was only waiting to the last second to jump to somewhere that he has the momentum. He was pretending to be neutral. He made a podcast here where he's sending me all that shit. I never open it or even reply to it. But I just want to say to Ambazonia people, what I want to say before we close up is that we Ambazonians should know that for decades, 43 years, I saw one woman today who was saying in Al Jazeera that she won't change, that she is 43. And since she was born, she knows nobody apart from Paul Biya. So I just want to make sure that we have watched the same cycle repeat itself. Promises of reform, superficial representation, and then more marginalization. Yeah.
We've suffered,
Every
Pastor.
vote,
We've suffered. I've suffered.
every vote that an Ambazonia cast in La Republique's system, just know that you are just helping, you are interpreting, I mean, you are just giving them the consent for more marginalization, for colonization, for everything. Yeah. That
Yeah.
is, you are stamping, you are legitimizing their colonial status quo on us. Just know that any vote that you go and give, and it sends a message to the international community that Ambazonia is willing to participate in the union. Because tomorrow, I know all this HD and this, as I told you people today, look, I can even show you all those people. This is it. It's not a secret. We talk with proof. Before yesterday, they have already started contacting me. Reverend Stahl, all those people here. This is it. They are showing me the union of Ambazonians with La Republique, the cohabiting. I don't know if it can be seen well. This is the people here. These are people who they have been struggling to make sure that we should live in peace. Where is the other one? As I've had about 4 or 5 of them, all these people from HD, AIP, all these people that were doing diplomacy or whatever they were saying they are doing with us, they have already been bombarding me with messages of unity and peace of Chiroma, telling me if Paul Biya wins again, that is whatever for La Republique. I just want to find the answer that I gave them. Yeah, some of them I did not even answer. The other ones I told them that it doesn't interest me at all because I'm not an La Republique citizen. I am an Ambazonian. They should do what they are doing after fighting
Thank you,
among
Dr. Elad.
themselves.
While you look on that, let me take Madoti last word. The studio just indicated we don't have any more videos. So, Madoti, let me get your last words before we go.
Yeah. Thank you so much, fellow Ambazonians. We've come to the end of our show today. And it was necessary for us to come out so that we encourage you that our hands are on the plow. We are not looking backwards. First, Ambazonians, they don't like us. They've proven to us that they don't like us. Right from the beginning, they've been showing bad faith. First, in 1961 in the United Nations, they did not vote for our independence. That was bad faith. And then when the United Nations forced us to enter into a relationship with them, they backed out. They turned a federation agenda into an assimilation agenda. That is bad faith. Then we thought that we could manage with them. They invaded and occupied our territory, dismantled the only defense that we had, the mobile wing. They dismantled all our infrastructure, our airport, our international airport that we had in Tiku, all what we had. They made sure that they systematically destroyed them. We were given, I heard America wanted to sponsor a university in our area, but then they diverted it to their. So these people have been showing bad faith right from the beginning. Bad faith. So there is nothing for us to even think otherwise that we can even consider any form of existence with these people. They don't like us, and they've proven that they don't like us. In Switzerland, they tried to broker up negotiations. They accepted in the beginning, and then they backed out. Bad faith. When they could not, America could not take it anymore because they are not keeping to their words. So America had to call an area formula meeting in the United Nations in 2019 that they went in there and then came out, advised them to have a dialogue, an inclusive dialogue. What did Bia do? Bia had a monologue, we all know that, called National Dialogue. Even the, the census that late Cardinal Toomey took in preparation for that national dialogue, that the results would guide them in making a decision concerning the crisis. But Bia would not even want to hear the form of the state. So it has been bad faith, bad faith. So Chiroma cannot come and do a magic one. Cannot.
No
Bad
way.
faith.
No.
For Bia himself confessed that basically he's saying that
He tried
we are
to assimilate
incompatible.
us.
We are incompatible. The assimilation failed because we are incompatible. Identity differences. Then you would think that any rational person, after realizing that he cannot win somebody, would end the war and then see how they can fix things amicably. No, but he instead sent in more troops, militarized the whole area. The killing increased, the burning of villages, scorched earth policy. So what do you think will happen that La Republique will have any good faith? No La Republique regards us as anything. They don't. Even what Chiroma is saying that he is for the youth. How can we have a lot of minerals under our soil and then there is unemployment? You think that when he's talking about minerals, what is he referring to? He's referring to our area. And then when they go and extract the minerals, where do the proceeds go to most? It's to their area. It will not be us. So let such talks not make us think that Chiroma is a better person. No, nothing has changed. The system is the same. So fellow Ambazonians, stay encouraged. This is the will of God for Ambazonia. Ambazonia's independence is the will of God. Anybody that is contrary to our independence is contrary to God's will for Ambazonia. And the person better watch out.
Yep.
So
thank you so
let
much.
us stay resolute. We'll be talking some more on next Monday by God's grace. It was a pleasure, Dr. Ellard, and the technical team. I really thank you so much for your dedication. Over to you, Pastor Victor.
Thank you so much. Dr. Ella, did you have something to add before we go?
Just very short, I just want to say I'm not trying to instigate violence or whatever, but I just want to give an example of what is happening in Madagascar. The Gen Z of Madagascar has kicked out their president. For what? Just because of lack of water and electricity. Go to Ambazonia, go to Tiko Mutengene.
None of those things is there.
6 months today, people are complaining back there that there's no light. Yeah, every light shortages, not to talk of water. People trek from distance today, 21st century, 2025, to go and fetch water. And they sit home and they are still waiting for Chiroma to come and connect pipe-borne water to everybody to be using and put electricity all over the places. Ambazonians, open your eyes. They have taken everything from us. CDC, our backbone, is over across the Mungo. Electricity, we had Malale. It has gone over the Mungo. Pamol, everything has gone over the Mungo. Our shipping, this thing, our port in Victoria, it has gone over the Mungo. They are paying millions upon millions of CFA to remove sand, Douala, where we have original seaport in Victoria, and Tiko and Manfe. But they will not come and do it there because, why? It is serving the so-called Anglophones. Airport, they have taken it over. The airport that which president landed, the Ghanaian the first Ghanaian man there, forgotten his name, landed at
Kofi
Tico.
Annan.
Even not
Kofi Annan.
the president, this popular Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame
Oh,
Nkrumah
okay.
landed at that Tico airport.
Landed
Jacques
for yeah.
Chirac landed at that. Jacques Chirac landed at that Tico airport. Indian on his China came and played the football team with West Cameroon. They landed at that airport. Where is the airport today? It's gone. And everybody is sitting and watching and looking. Yeah. People think manners will come from heaven and change Ambazonia. No way. We have to fight for it. I can only name those few. Before, when we were kids, we have well-tarred paved roads. You will not see pothole anywhere. Everywhere was clean. Even their Esomba said it on their TV that the Anglophones are very clean and organized. We had our sanitary. We had everything was being there. There is every Saturday where you have to clean your yard. People will come and check. If you don't, your yard is not clean. Your toilet is not clean. You pay penalty. They are jealous with all that. Our hospitals were functioning perfect. The Boya Hospital, the Victoria Hospital, the Tico Hospital, the Manfred. Look, we were top. Bamenda, everywhere. When you come to Bamenda, when I was still in high school in Bamenda, not what you people call over there in America high school, the real high school. When you go to finish secondary school and go to high school. When I always go to Bamenda, every time I take the 12 o'clock bus at Mutengene so that you are arriving daybreak in Bamenda. When you are at up station, it is like the whole city is burning. Everywhere is lighted, everywhere is shiny. The up station, you sit down like this. You entering Metropole, go now. You will see if you think you are in what we call Black Bush. So
Thank you. Thank you so much. Fellow Ambazonians.
Then let's stay like that. Thank you.
Fellow Ambazonians, we are grateful for you tuning into the program today. We wish to say that congratulations, you've done it again. I think freedom fighters announced that the lockdown ends. Is it today? From tomorrow, I think they're gonna release you people to start going and normal businesses. But I know most of those major generals will send those announcements out. So listen for those announcements and go out and normal businesses. But be careful, be careful, be careful. Especially to our people in French Cameroon. Before their turmoil start there, we don't know what is going to happen in their country. Please be on alert. If anything, run back home. Run back home and be secured. Because it's going to be really, really terrible there if these juntas in Yaoundé decide to steal the election again. Whatever the case may be, we wish you the best. Have a great time. See you again next Monday for another edition of the Awareness here on Ambazonia State Radio and Television. Shalom to you all. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Come out of it. You have to listen to the Anglophones. There's a problem.
Now, the form of the state.
The form of the state. You know, in our questionnaire to Anglophones, we try to influence the Anglophone opinion, but we did not succeed. Therefore, it shows how deep the problem is.
When you say you tried to influence...
We tried to influence...
How?
Good question. When we said, what form of government do you think can solve this problem? Federation, for example. decentralization, as we are trying to live it now, I think just about 4 or 5 people reacted out of 1,000. 69% of Anglophones said absolute, the word they used, many used was absolute separation. That is to say, cessation. What? Who was taken aback?
Cessation was not on the questionnaire. You had federalism and decentralization.
Yes.
And they ignored the two.
But then we said, have you any other proposition to make? We left it open. Have you other proposition? But many said in the questionnaire, acting on outside the questionnaire, said we should have proposed also a referendum. They said, no, a referendum is not a form of state, form of government.
And when you look at that reaction, what do you read within the lines? What would you conclude is the stand of?
We drew the conclusion. We drew the conclusion because we have a document now, the causes, the propositions of those who reacted to our questionnaire, about 1,000 people, and then our own, what we think. For those who reacted to our questionnaire, 69% are convinced that if we want to love each other, that is to say, if the Anglophones and Francophones want to live as brothers and sisters, absolute separation on the level of government, that is important.
And that is what sounds like a taboo.
Our position is that everything should be put on the table. There should be no taboo. That's our own position. But not that it is our own, not that we are saying that we should absolute separation, but we say whatever the opinion of some, let us listen to him. But
cessation should be on the table of discussion,
yes,
in the national dialogue.
Let them try to convince us. If they convince us, we should take it. If it's convincing. That is why I think personally.
Are you saying that if the people who are standing for secession convincingly present their point of view, President Paul Biya should accept to separate Cameroon?
Of course.
Is it feasible?
It's possible, since it is human. It's not the law of God. We were not that. We were separate. Were we not? We were.
Do you think that separation is going to solve this problem? Personally, do you think that separation can solve this problem?
Of course.